Hi, this is Nicole Joslin, and this is the story behind my latest single, Patterns, line per line. So the title Patterns actually wasn't the final title, it was just the first word of the lyrics, and that's why it was called Patterns. But eventually, I realized it kind of gives the message. So the meaning behind the title would probably be that it's pretty easy to say that you want this, you're gonna work for it. A lot of things are really easier to say than do, and that's why we have to believe the patterns, trust the patterns, not just the pretty words that we want to hear. So now let's dissect the lyrics. This is gonna be a really long video. Patterns over promises. Okay, so patterns over promises. As I mentioned, a lot of times we're promised things and then we hold on to it and we completely disregard any patterns that contradicts the promise. It's like saying sorry and then doing it again. You can't just go on preaching you're in love. Okay, so this is something that I can personally relate to. I feel like love is like just such a big word. But like especially in the beginning of a relationship or dating, it's kind of hard to throw that word around. A slight miscommunication, more of an infatuation building up. Which is related to the last line. A lot of times we can fall in love with the fantasy of people or what we want them to be, like an infatuation, and sometimes that's also what we are to other people. So the infatuation stage is definitely not the I love you stage, and how can you know that you love someone if you haven't even gotten to know them well enough? I mean like love relationship kind of love. You feel it's a heavy word to carry by yourself. I won't settle for anything less. First person, I won't settle for anything less than love, because we don't deserve to be with someone who just sees us as an infatuation. High risk, high reward. You give it all in. Don't go wasting up all my time if you're not ready for it. So speaks for itself. Or I don't know, I think that there are people who just will say anything to get another person hooked on them or to experience that affection, attention, experience of a relationship even if they're not really ready for it. And you could end up wasting all your time, your precious time, on things that don't really deserve your time and energy, which you could have been using to, I don't know, study or spend more time with your family and friends. I've got bigger things on my mind than all your petty mind games, love flames, chances you take for granted. So basically, I feel like especially kids my age or like teenagers, people in your 20s, this isn't really the age to pour so much of yourself into building another person or allowing another person to suck all your energy. Mind games, love flames, chances you take for granted. Those are like red flags. Red flags. But basically, time and life is so precious and you deserve it more than anybody because it's your life. Even if someone walks into your life and makes you want to give all of your time and energy to them, or make you want to build this relationship, this partnership, then it has to be a mutual effort, and again, they have to be ready for it. You also have to be ready for it. So think if you're really sure, no. Don't go thinking you can bother women you ain't ready for. So yeah, I think that women are so many things, and they don't have to be just one thing. Especially not a man's fantasy. So think if you're really sure, if you're not ready to be with this completely separate human, individual, woman who's an entire universe by herself or by himself, who has dreams, who has goals, who has a story, who has family, who has friends, who has issues, everyone has issues that they have overcome, because that's part of their story. Issues that they want to overcome, who have boundaries. Completely other human being. If you're not ready for that, or not ready to communicate and step into another person's shoes, get to know them, get to know their story, respect them, and don't go thinking you can bother women you ain't ready for. Speaking from my experience and my friends' experiences, and just trying to apply as much common sense as I can. Won't stay up with questions about all of your intentions down the road. I've got enough on my mind to play a game and read the signs you barely show. So this is kind of related to the mind games and stuff, but personally I like to be a very, not simple, but straight to the point person. Like, I say what I mean what I say, and take the words for what they are. So I think that a mind game kind of relationship really makes a lot of people overthink more than they should into situations, and it can lead to a lot of manipulation and anxiety. You know, we don't have time for any passive-aggressive attitude. You know, I think in this line I was really trying to express the value of communication, and if someone isn't giving you that and making you overthink at night or even during the day with whatever you're doing, then again, that's like a huge waste of energy that you could be using on more important things. And it also takes away energy because you lose sleep on it. I've got enough on my mind to play a game and read the signs you barely show. So I sang that again, but it's because I needed to remember. Again, we have so much on our minds already. Like, we already have personal problems. We have like schoolwork. We have, I don't know, we could have family problems. We could be going through something. There's already so much that we need to balance. And your relationship, or whoever you're in a relationship, should also respect that and not give you too much of a difficult time that you don't really need to be having. This is the age of possibility and hopes and dreams and using our potential, and nobody should ever feel like they deserve that energy more than you do. I don't want to waste my time. If you want mine, better be up for it. All the sides, the dark, the bright. So again, if you want me, take me for everything, not just the sparkly things, shiny things about me, because it's a package deal. My past, take it all, because it made me who I am today and who I can possibly be in the future. I am showing you the line. Don't cross it blind, and I'll be better for it. Okay, so here's the line. This is the line between whatever this is, and once you cross it, it's relationship time. So don't cross it blind, or like don't cross it without thinking about it. Like, it's not something that you just jump into, and I'm already showing you this line, and I think that it would be very reassuring to know that you thought about it, you took the time to really get to know me, get to know someone, and even after seeing everything, seeing the person for what that person is, then crossing the line, that's something that would just be done out of respect and love. Because then you're not crossing the line just because of an infatuation, just because of this fantasy of what you need this other person to be in your life, but because you see them, you respect them, and you really love them, and that's worthwhile. So once again, it's me, Nicole Joslin, and that's the story behind the lyrics of my latest single, Patterns, which you can now stream on all major digital platforms like Spotify, Apple, and iTunes. So I hope you liked it. See you next time.
You would take for granted, so think if you're really sure. No, don't go thinking you can bother women you ain't ready for. Don't go thinking